Here's another chapter 6 of my book, Catastrophe. After half an hour in the bedroom, Kate was growing bored. She wanted to watch TV. She wasn't allowed to have a TV in her bedroom. Her mum thought that it would interfere with her studies. Mum was probably right for once. She thought Kate wasn't keen on studying anyway. She was much happier reading or listening to music. She found school deadly dull and boring, and she was glad to be leaving soon. Kate had failed all of her O-levels, as she couldn't bear to revise. It was torture to her. Her mum had gone completely bonkers, and so had Jack, but Kate didn't care. All that she wanted to do was to work in the library, so that she could be surrounded by books. They were a comfort to her. She had few friends, and she didn't want many. A lot of the girls at school had started smoking and even getting drunk, and she knew that she wasn't going to do that. Her real dad had always given her good advice, and whenever she was tempted to join the herd, his voice would pull her back in line like a huge magnet. Be yourself, he always said. But it wasn't easy. She wanted to fit in, but she knew that she didn't. Inside, she felt very lonely, and she didn't want anyone to know. She had to protect herself. "What's she doing here?" said Jack, scratching his big round stomach. "She's not a she. She's Snowy, my cat," said Kate, "and she wants to watch TV." "How do you know that?" said Jack, with his usual sarcasm. "Be quiet, you two," Mary said, getting annoyed. "I'm trying to watch this," she said snappishly. They had no choice but to calm down. Snowy sat on Kate's lap, and she purred gently. It was a lovely feeling, and it was like a furry, hot water bottle, thought Kate, as she slowly stroked Snowy. Occasionally, Snowy licked at her fingertips, and it was as soft and delicate as falling snowflakes, and just as beautiful. Kate hadn't felt as happy for a long time, and Jack and Marie didn't notice. They were too busy glued to the TV set. Snowy didn't take much notice until a cat appeared on the screen, and then she exploded into action. She jumped off Katie's lap like a jack-in-the-box, and jumped over Mary's knee, making her tea wobble precariously on its saucer, and then she landed on Jack. He was not happy. He was just about to dunk his favorite digestive into his hot cup of tea when Snowy's paw swiped at the biscuit and then knocked the hot tea all over his best jeans. "Bloody hell," he said, as he wiped away the crumbs and the hot tea stains from his jeans. "That cat is a catastrophe," he said. That was when the name stuck. From then on, her name wasn't Snowy. It was always going to be the C word. Kate wasn't pleased with the new name. It was a bit of an insult, but she was pleased that Jack had been covered in crumbs and hot tea. He deserved it, she thought, for being a horrible snob. That night she slept with Snowy beside her. It was a warm, lovely feeling as she drifted off to the sound of contented purring. Chapter 7 coming soon.